You see, I know he's 17, but I don't think he has enough influential moments in a final like this. Say what a Lionel Messi would have done, and every single time, I mean, every 5 minutes, you'll be reminded that he's around. I think Yamal doesn't have that impact yet. I mean, never question his potential, but Nuno Mendes, per the balance of play, seems to be winning that battle on that flank.
And you look at Nelson Semedo, who has come on, and you realize that they missed somebody with that kind of energy.
Attitude. Yeah, energy, going in hard, tackling, solidifying the role, and it's to an extent, it's rendered the Spanish attack a bit dormant, and I think they'll have to find alternative routes to get to Costa in goal for Portugal. But it's KG again at the start of the second half. 15 minutes gone, and I think it will be KG for probably another 5 minutes until a pattern is established by either of these teams. Portugal are being brave. They are pressing. Ronaldo trying to keep up with the pace. He's not the quickest man at the moment, but he still tries to narrow those gaps, Winston.
But to be fair, Winston, Ronaldo has been anonymous in this game. And the few times we've seen him, he's given the ball away.
Yeah, or complaining to the referee.
Yeah, I mean, as a leader, I'm looking at that, and I'm very disappointed in the way he started the second half. In the first half, he was very non-existent, except for the point in which he created or helped create the goal. You know, I just can't help but notice that, you know, you can trick Mother Nature sometimes, but Father Time is a different story. You can clearly see that his age is really, really catching up to him. He's not running the way you would expect him to run, press the way you expect him to press, and the leadership that this team needs from him in this second half. You're not really seeing that, because he's throwing his hands up, flaring, you know, complaining on the floor. He needs to galvanize his troops, because they need to find some sort of inspiration from their leader, and he needs to do a lot better, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Kobe Perry has been also, putting some opinions across on what this game is looking like. Kobe Perry.
I'm quite disappointed in the approach in this particular second half or the whole tournament by Martinez. They are not playing according to their strengths. The balls are not flying in, no crosses.
And the ball's in.
And Portugal get the equalizer.
Now that
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The famous
see, as I was saying, they should play to their strengths. Cross the ball. Just cross the ball. Just cross. You have the most dangerous striker, the most dangerous goal scorer in your team. Just cross the ball. And just cross the ball. That's all. Just cross the ball.
In typical fashion. In typical fashion, the commentator's curse strikes again.
Yes.
The moment you speak about him,
the moment you speak about him,
he goes
just
and he makes
cross
the
ball. He knows where to be at any point. Just cross the ball. That's all. I don't know why Portuguese want to play a Spanish football or Brazilian football by just passing the ball around. They're doing too much. Just cross the ball.
That was absolutely poor by Cucurella. Yeah, that was absolutely
Ronaldo in the right place at the right time. He loves the headlines as a team.
Yes,
and that's something you can never take away from him. His instinct towards goal. And you see the mentality.
Wow. And that is why he's in the game. 8 goals in 9 games. You know, he's defying logic. He's absolutely defying logic. He's defying logic.
You know,
Cristiano Ronaldo, the moment we start to speak about him, what does he go do? He goes out there
and he scores a goal.
He scores a goal.
That's it.
But
just get the ball into the box and let Ronaldo, just give him an opportunity, because the man has told us through history, through his career, that this is what he loves doing. He loves to score. He is a scoring machine. Just get the ball into the box. Give him something to feed on, and he will find the goal. I just don't get why Portugal have not gone direct. You've got 2 fullbacks on now. Nelson Semedo, Nuno Mendes. Let them go wide. Let them keep the crosses going in, and let them see what they can give Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, but will Martinez be ruining the fact that, listen, he could have set up his team to do this earlier, but he didn't?
Look, now it's 2-2. There's no time for regrets. Now he has to try and play that way. Go wide and get the ball in. Just get the ball into the penalty box. Ronaldo is there. He's got the ability. He's got the instinct. He's got the skill. He's got the experience to see what he can get.
Whoa. There's a chance here. Pedri. Oh.
Mr. Kosi, at this point in time, if we are talking about coaching, I think at this point in time, I am expecting every football analyst by the end of this year, we should start getting the coaching course, because it doesn't have to be rocket science. Like why are they doing too much? This whole license A thing, they are doing too much. Like, bro, just do the simple things. At this point, we can even see like the simple things, and they always work. Oh, Charlie.
Well, it's great vibes here at the University of Ghana, Alexander Kwapong Hall. But it's also great on the Sporty Bet app, because the dynamics have changed again. You know I'm a man of figures. I told you all, go for goals, go for goals, go for goals. And if you think Portugal will win after 90 minutes, we are at 4.75. If you think Spain will win, we are 2.85. So 2 great odds. I do think we'll see a few more goals. Well, either way, you make some profits, Winston.
Absolutely. Right now, it looks like the Spanish are rattled. I think that last goal, they didn't expect it. Momentum has swung in favor of the Portuguese. You know, the way that they were playing, in that moment, it looked like Spain were just trying to...
So there's an inferior. I'd like to say a big shout out to my man Format. Format is listening to us live. He's a presidential photographer. So shout out to you, Format, wherever you are. So it is someone sent in a message. Say, Charlie, we talk about Ronaldo, no way the guy score.
Yeah. So
Rondo said that it will end 3-2, and it's looking like it just might.
Charlie Rondo.
We remember, was it the World Cup where they played the 3-0? When Ronaldo came back,
2008.
We might just have a repeat scoreline. I do think, because, I feel per the way it's going, we have a few more goals. The Spanish team rattled, but I think Portugal should have stuck to Route 1 football from the start. Do the basic things right. I mean, here's Bruno Fernandes, who we forgot was playing, floats in that free kick, is headed out. Lamine Yamal, as time has gone on, we've realized that his defensive ability is a bit questionable, because when Nuno Mendes has been brave, is that a penalty?
No, I don't think it's a final. But Nathan, talking about Lamine Yamal, people have foisted him into that Ballon d'Or conversation.
I mean, he is.
Do you think he deserves to be in that conversation?
He does deserve to be in the conversation. I think that he's worked hard enough to get there. If you look at individual performance this season, how many individual performers will you mention and not have Lamine Yamal in that list? He may not have won the biggest prize, which is the Champions League, but he is in strong contention. So I do not understand why some people don't think he has to be there. I think individually...
But he's come up against the best left back in the world. Nuno Mendes is currently the best left back in the world.
And he's locking him up.
And it's showing, because he can't defend against Nuno Mendes.
No problem.
And even going past Nuno Mendes, it's been very, very few and far between. We've had those moments.
Salah struggled against Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is the
Nuno Mendes is top draw.
I think he's arguably
so
the
Nathan,
best
does that beg the question that Yamal needs a bit more maturity? Because even with his numbers,
you see, he is 17.
Yes, of course.
He will grow with time.
So
coaches, you see,
so he will
when you
grow into the Ballon d'Or conversation.
No.
Wait,
I think
Nathan, I have a question.
Think now.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I know you are saying he's 17, but whenever we are talking about why he deserves to be in the Ballon d'Or, they say, I've never seen a 17-year-old do what he's doing. But why is it that we are giving excuses he's 17?
I'm not at all. The point I am making is this. When you look at individual performance, I think he has played himself into contention. Do I think he'll win in September? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he'll win for 2 reasons. One, if you look at all the matrix that France football have brought out, winning the biggest prizes, individual performances, blah, 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 all of that. I think Ousmane Dembele's team winning the Champions League sealed that argument the minute it happened. The second reason why Ousmane Dembele wins the Champions League is for political reasons. The award is being organized by France football. Yeah. Clearly, they are not going to hand over the award to Lamine Yamal. Clearly, the politics will not. Of course, the voting may tilt things in another direction. But the point I'm making is this. You talk about the fact that he can't beat Nuno Mendes. granted, Mo Salah couldn't even take on Nuno Mendes. So I don't think it's a slight on Lamine Yamal's ability as a player. These things will happen. He will come up against a fullback he can't beat. I don't think it takes anything away from his talent.
Yeah, doesn't. But Spain is on a possession siege at the moment. They have taken possession of the ball for probably close to a minute now. Portugal cannot get a foot on it. They are passing their way to the final third of the Portuguese defense. Everybody behind the ball for Portugal. Spain making those short, intricate passes. And here they are again. Zubimendi, who goes wide. Here's Pedri, who has taken a more advanced role in this second half. Here's Nico Williams. He comes on, takes on this man, uses him as a decoy, and technically does not get it accurate. But what a chance. Bernardo Silva screening him all the way, and that was close for Spain. These moments, if you allow the Spanish to dominate, they will punish you, and more of these moments will be problematic. But a recap of the goal for Portugal. Cross is deflected, goes up. Ronaldo, very alert to the danger, first to the ball, and reacts with all the experience in the world. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner.
That's a goal of a man who understands his job.
Absolutely.
Who understands his position.
Poacher.
Who is ready for anything. The cross comes in, is deflected, he reads it, changes his movement, gets past Cucurella. That's what you need. Just get the ball into the box to Cristiano Ronaldo. All this business of dropping deep and trying to touch the ball is needless. I think Portugal need to find a way of getting him to just be in the box so that they can get the ball. Once it gets to him, he'll figure himself out and find a goal.
Absolutely. I mean, Nuno Mendes was the key architect of that. I mean, what a player he's been wasted.
He's been absolutely fantastic. I think right now, there is no doubt that he is the greatest in the world. Nuno Mendes has been fantastic. Everybody's raving about him. In this game, he's gotten an assist and a goal. He's been the best player on the pitch. In his defensive duties, he's been very efficient. Going forward, he's been very, very good. He's a reliable outlet for the Portuguese team. I think here and now we can say he's the best in the world currently.
But speak about him, and he just had to take one for the team.
Tactical foul.
A very tactical foul because they had lost possession. An unforced error. Lamine Yamal latching onto that one and quickly had to be stopped. A very, very pragmatic decision. But here's the free kick from Lamine Yamal.
So ball into the box. Portugal look clear. And still ping pong dilly-dallying in there. Can they find a counter? But Cucurella covers up. But there's something amazing that we do when we come out. And I'm going to hand over to Kobe Perry right about now.
All right, Mr. Kosi, we're trying to make this more interesting. So at 2-2, 78th minute, we are taking predictions. Your incoming or aspiring General Secretary for SLC, Augustine Anna, has sponsored you guys with some cocktails from Oscar Cocktails. It's going for 25 CDs. She has made purchases for 5 people, so I'll take 5 predictions. If you get the predictions right at the end of the game, definitely you get some free cocktails. So I'll pick on okay, so give me your prediction for the day.
3-2 against Spain.
3-2 against Spain. Your name, please.
Kweku Yabua.
3-2 against Spain. Sir, please, your prediction.
3-2 against Portugal.
3-2 against Portugal. Your name, please. All right. So, sir, please, your predictions. Your predictions. 2-2. It will end in 2-2. That means they'll go to penalties. Extra time. At the end of the game, who will win? Spain. So it will go to extra time, it will go to penalties, and then Spain will win. But 2-2, right? Your name, please. Habib. All right, sir, please, predictions.
Portugal will win 3-2.
3-2 against Spain. All right, the lady, predictions. Just predict. Calm down, just predict. Any score line. Anyone.
3-2 against Spain.
3-2 against Spain as well. So I have like 3 predictions, 3-2 against Spain. Mr. Kosi, take it away.
Awesome. So Portugal are lining up changes. Eustace, they've got Rafael Leao and Joao Felix on the sidelines. About Nathan Kwao, is that a sign of intent?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Portuguese do realize that they would have to throw a lot at the Spanish team. The attacking intent is what they want to have. Have something to throw at Spain, so Spain can start to think about maybe sitting back, maybe, wondering if going gung-ho is the best decision to make as things stand. Let's not forget that it's tied. And there will be spaces, there will be opportunities, that will start to emerge and all of that. So I don't fault Portugal at all for attempting this. Throw in a few more attacking players, attacking intent. Let's see what they can find.
So Portugal are making changes. Gonzalo Inacio is coming off, and Renato Veiga, we don't know what position he's going to play, because he can play as a defensive midfielder, a left back, or a centre back. Maybe he play as a centre back.
Yeah.
So Renato Veiga, Chelsea man, who was on loan at Juventus last season.
Yeah.
Brilliant player he is. Is coming on. And Rafael Leo as well is coming on. What kind of change are we looking at?
So with the Vega change, I'm very concerned, because he has a habit of going into the rash tackle. The longer the game stays at 2-2, you don't want a situation where he gives away a set piece or perhaps even a penalty. I hope he can keep his nerve and see this one out, because...
So Spain are making a few changes as well. Francisco Alcaran, the man from Betis, and Mikel Merino, the man from North London Arsenal, have come on. Who do they replace? We'll find out very shortly. So Fabian Ruiz and Pedri have come off.
Well, I think Pedri has played a huge game today. He's had this team practically on strings. You can see by the way he's walking right now, he's absolutely winded. He seems very, very tired. So I think that's a very smart change in this. But what you lose from Pedro, you lose a lot of control in that midfield. Can they, substitute it with the kind of players that they have brought onto the pitch? With Rafael Leao, I just wanted to mention that all game Portugal haven't had a player who has taken on that back line. So hopefully Rafael Leao can be that guy to take it to that back line, because like I mentioned, that back line is not built for players who will come at them. So maybe this will be the catalyst that sparks something for Portugal.
Absolutely. So Portugal will be looking for that catalyst. Rafael Leo, he gives the ball away so easily, but then again there's a foul. But he's been very criticized, Eustace, that he's been a luxury player all through, not giving the end product that people have expected him to. Is that something you agree with?
Well, he scored against Ghana at Qatar 2022. I remember that. To an extent, Rafael Leao is a luxury player. He hasn't matured into... he gives me vibes of João Felix as well. Hasn't really matured.
João Felix, they say being house people. They say the house people. See, Nathan Cole, the guy, he give you one good game and go to bed.
A lot of people say that we are all enamored by the idea of João Felix, but the reality is very different.
No, but I think it's just a lack of consistency from both of these guys, because Rafael Leao on his day is unplayable when he has his day. But you see, you need to put in
those days off.
Yes, you need to put in the consistency. You need to put in the work at the top level to get the recognition. Lamine Yamal.
Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. And the Lamine Yamal fans are saying goal. But no, it's not a goal.
I think the haters rather. I don't want to say
the
it.
Haters rather.
So very quickly, do you think Lamine Yamal deserves to be in the Ballon d'Or conversation? Are you sure? So who wins it for you? Dembele? Should Dembele be in the conversation?
Dembele has to be the Ballon d'Or winner.
Wow, I said Dembele has to be the Ballon d'Or winner. But will you be surprised if Lamine Yamal wins it? Anyway, so the guys at the University of Ghana don't think Lamine Yamal should be in that conversation. Portugal are looking to play from the back. Nelson Semedo with the energy from right back. Something Portugal has missed. Ball into the midfield. Portugal in more control. And you realize with every passing second that Martinez should have done his homework well, Eustace.
Well, if he had started the game on this tangent, I do believe that Portugal would have been in a better position, because he's been brave this second half. He's gone at the Spanish team, giving them something to think about defensively, and ultimately it has yielded in a goal. They are in pole position. 15 minutes of regular time remaining, and I think this Portuguese team are showing a lot of intent. Rafael Leao on the ball. He crosses it. Where's Cristiano Ronaldo, the late arrival in the box?
And Nathan Kwao, that's what they should have been doing. Getting the crosses in.
Because I think the Spanish team are allergic to aerial balls. Yeah. They like it on the ground, and you have to put them in positions where they are uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, look, physically, they don't have the most imposing centre backs. And as Winston said, they are not designed, they are not built physically to withstand attacks and things. So there are weaknesses that you will have to force them into those positions where they are retreating, running back towards their goal. They have to make a decision. Portugal having created a lot of those opportunities. The 1 or 2 times they've done so, look, they've had a Nuno Mendes goal, they've had a Ronaldo goal. So I think they need to do a lot more of that. Isolate fullbacks, go on the outside, cross the ball in, give Cristiano Ronaldo something, because he is a nuisance in the box and he will give the Spanish centre backs a huge problem.
Absolutely. So it is an infringement, and Portugal should have been doing a lot more. Eustace, what are things looking like on the Sporting Stock Exchange?
Well. We've had 4 goals in the game, and just as I rightly advised, it was going to be a game of goals. We have exactly 10, 11 minutes. Diogo Costa is injured. Is that a groin injury?
No,
because
I
he's
think
signaling to the medical team. Is that a cramp, a groin? Which one is it? But here's the chance again. Here, that led to the goal. Nuno Mendes goes past Lamine Yamal as if he wasn't there. Cristiano Ronaldo first on the ball, latches onto the deflected cross, and he says there's one more to go. One more to go. The mentality of a champion, and Roberto Martinez is animated on the touchline. But going back to the Sporting Stock Exchange, if you think there will be one more goal before the game ends, we are looking at 2.50. 2.50 if you think there will be one more goal before the game ends. Don't just watch it, enjoy it. We have an injury. Diogo Costa is still being treated. He's the only player who can be treated on the pitch due to an injury. So play comes to a standstill, and I do think the final 10 minutes are going to be absolute fire.
Awesome. But in case he does have to go off, they have a good alternative in the person of Jose Sa. Absolutely phenomenal goalkeeper. But 10 minutes to go. Nathan Kwao, anything dramatic in the offing?
I mean, it is. It's very possible. There's still Ronaldo on the pitch. The Portuguese have Rafa Leao on. They do have quality on the counter, and they do have players who can get the cross. We've seen what Nuno Mendes can do. It's all about Portugal finding the ability to get the ball into the box and put pressure.
So corner into the box. Portugal will look to get one in, but Lamine Yamal will start the counter attack. But then again, that is what you call a reducer. A yellow card, surely, for Pedro Neto. That's one of the only ways to stop Lamine Yamal. Just carry on, Mr. Nathan Kwao.
I was just saying that the elements are there. Lamine Yamal still hasn't really woken up. The Spanish are still trying to play on the break. We saw that opportunity there. If it wasn't for Pedro Neto, they were going to try the diagonal to unleash one of the wide men. So it's still quite poised. Both teams now have tools that they can use on the break and into space. Let's see who utilizes those weapons first.
Absolutely. So 81 minutes on the clock, and Portugal 2, Espanyol 2. It's La Fura Roja up against the Seleção from Lisbon. 2-2 it stands. What a classic game we've had on our hands. Has the game impressed you so far, Winston?
It's very entertaining to watch. I mean, for the observers or for the pundits, we've had a very enjoyable game tactically, breaking it down and getting to see the minds of two brilliant teams being displayed right here, the very best in Europe, as you can see. For the viewers, the goals have been fantastic and exciting. We get to see what a save.
Francisco Alcaron shows he still got it.
What a save.
I mean, what a shot.
Yes.
Diogo Costa was equal to it.
And it's exciting things like this that we want for the fans. That's why everybody's gathered here. You can see the multitude behind us. Everybody is in it for their own reasons. People have been making money off the stock exchange. Can't courtesy of Eustace making people rich here. But everybody's here for a specific reason. I don't think there's anybody who's disappointed.
So ball into the box from Lamine Yamal. But then again, that will be an infringement in favor of Portugal. And that was a clash. Mikel Merino on the ground. Who's there with him? I think it's Pedro Neto. The two guys from London clashed. And both of them seem very scathed. 83 minutes played in the UEFA Nations League final. And I mean, that definitely was just a collision. Wow. I mean, that was terrible.
Friendly fire.
So that's
from his own
Rafael
player.
Leao's boot catching his own teammate.
Friendly fire. From his own teammates,
Absolutely. 83 minutes played, 7 minutes on the clock. Anything dramatic to expect, we wait to see. But then again, this has been a feisty experience so far. La Fura Rioja, Nathan Kwa will tell me whether I pronounce that right or not. La Fura Roja. Did I pronounce that right, Nathan?
See.
Okay, Nathan said I did.
That is clearly
so Spain have a big chance.
That's clearly offside.
And what a clearance, Eustace.
That is clearly.
What a clearance. I was offside anyway.
Clearly offside.
But that was fantastic defending, Eustace.
Wow, that was excellent because, I mean, it was instinctive. He didn't know whether he was offside. He just had to take the chance. But that is a serious clearance.
That was from Renato Vega, your Chelsea player.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's been amazing for Juventus as centre-back this season. Do you want him back at Chelsea next season?
Oh, yes.
Well, it depends on the kind of mindset that he has. When he first got to Chelsea, a lot of Chelsea fans liked what they saw. They thought, here's a player who will be willing to fight for his place. But when things got tough, he chose to run. So I believe it left a bitter taste in the mouths of Chelsea fans and Chelsea staff. So it depends on where his head is at, and he has a lot to prove. Hopefully, he's able to turn it around.
Absolutely, hopefully he's able to turn it around. Lamine Yamal is yet to come alive in this particular one. The man who has been touted as the most talented 17-year-old of all time. We are still live from the University of Ghana, live on Sport FM.
Isn't that a little over the top?
No, that's what they say. Say he's the most talented 17-year-old.
Forget a certain Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Pelé at 17 was winning the World Cup. So, I mean, that is arguable from different fronts. Sweden in 1958. Those of you who've seen the story, Pelé was something really special at 17 also.
Talking about World Cups, the Club World Cup will be live on Sporty. Do you want to see some Club World Cup games here? We will be here to give you all the games right here from across the country on Sporty FM. 85 minutes played, 5 minutes on the clock. Spain will be whiling it down. But Nathan, I mean, do you think we'll get a goal before the 90th minute mark?
Well, it's possible. The last final Spain played in was the Euros, and they managed to find a goal, 87th, 88th minute against England. So they do have it in them to find late winners. But Portugal are a very different team from England, right? I think that Roberto Martinez, he will have to try and manage this. And I think it is possible. They know that, as we've been saying, once they can go wide and get the crossing, anything is possible. But this Spanish team, we know how slick they are, how dangerous they are, how intricate they can be. They can manipulate defenses, find spaces, and then go and find a goal. So it's not done. There's a lot of football left there. Again, an opportunity for Portugal to go on the break, and they waste that opportunity. It allows Spain to reset. It allows Spain to go on.
So Ronaldo is on the turf. Is he injured or not? He's probably looking to stretch out.
Yeah, maybe mileage.
But there's a change about to be made. Gonzalo Ramos is coming on. Is it time for Ronaldo to go off?
I said it earlier. You can cheat Mother Nature, but Father Time is a great equalizer. I think Ronaldo's race is run. He's done what he can for this team. Heavily involved in the first goal. Got them on parity. I think he needs to probably lead from the sidelines and motivate this team, to go the extra mile. I see Mr. Raymond Yamado on the sidelines, heavily engaged and focused on the game. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, so we'll hear from Raymond Yamado very, very soon. He's joining us in a split second, so we hear from him.
People should tune in tomorrow morning. Raymond and I will be on the Sporty Breakfast.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But what time should we? Yeah, so Ronaldo is coming off.
A big round of applause.
Ronaldo is coming off.
Fans.
And he gives the captain's armband to Bruno Fernandes. his race is run. The man who has defined Portuguese football and world football is coming off. Eustace, he does deserve his flowers, doesn't he?
Well, he does. Legends never die. And at 40 years, what he's given to us in this beautiful sport of football will never ever be forgotten. Will he be around for the 2026 World Cup? That is another question altogether. I think it will come down to whoever is in charge of the Portuguese national team at the time. But he loves the game. And I wonder what he'll do when he retires. That's one of the things you think about. Cristiano Ronaldo is actually probably older than Wayne Rooney. He was born in 1985. Rooney probably 87. But you see how much love he has for the sport, and that is the reason why he's kept fit and has been playing at the top level for this whole time. He's 40 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not an error. 40 years old. And to have given a 90-minute shift at a level like this for a Nations Cup final, he's dragged his team as much as he could. He scored a goal. He's contributed in the best way possible. Of course, he will give you that defensive mileage. But what he's brought to the table tonight is the stuff of legends, captains. And I'm sure his name will be etched in the history of Portuguese football forever.
Absolutely. And Nathan, Gonçalo Ramos is the one that has come on. Completely different dynamic. Are we going to see Portugal look to threading those through balls a lot more to exploit the space?
Well, that's why they've brought him on. The trick now is to have a more mobile forward, somebody who is sharper. We do know that on a good day, Gonçalo Ramos can give you goals. Remember, in the World Cup, he scored a hat-trick in the round of 16. In a game where people thought Ronaldo should have played, he scored 3 times. So the quality is there. The problem with Gonçalo Ramos is he's not had a lot of proper game time at PSG. So you wonder what kind of form he's in. But his ability to score is never in doubt. He's just not been as consistent as you would want in terms of minutes. So he doesn't come into games with a lot of confidence. But once you can get the ball to him, you are sure that he will give you something.
So Ruben Lenormand brings down Rafael Leo after a fantastic 1-2. Portugal are getting into their strides. Now the young kings are coming out to shine. Dangerous time. Ruben Lenormand, the man with the booking. And Spain have a very dangerous set piece to defend. But just what would this mean if Portugal can put this away?
Well, it takes moments to win games like this. It does take moments, really. And the margins are so thin. Bruno Fernandes behind the ball. If he gets it on target, it will be dangerous. It's a 2-man wall. I think Fernandes will fancy his chances at this one. Will he get into the far post? Referee making sure everything is set. And Bruno Fernandes. Well, I think it's hacked away. Is that a goal kick?
And Bruno Fernandes should have done better. Time added on is whittling away. We might see extra time. Unai Simon punches that into the box. And in exactly 32 seconds, the game will be over. And then we'll be going into extra time. It has been a very well fought game. 2-2. Surely is a good reflection of the game, isn't it, Winston?
Absolutely. I think it's been a game of 2 halves. Spain absolutely dominated the first half. Portugal have been a different beast, just like Nathan said in the second half. They have had the better second half in terms of efficiency. Not so much the possession, but they've played in a different way. And just like Eustace said, they've attacked this team and gotten the parity that they deserve. And on the balance of play, I believe the scoreline reflects exactly what we're watching.
So the whistle goes for full time, and we have an extra 30 minutes. And possibly the lottery of penalty shootouts. Kobe Perry will once again take views from the people in and around as we await the beginning of extra time.
So at this point, I think the best place to be is at Oscar Cocktails. We're taking a 5 minutes breather before we start the extra time. So if you want to take some cocktails, kindly get to Oscar Cocktails. She has cocktails for just 25 cedis. Yes. No. He said 2-2 at the end of extra time. He said 2-2 will go to it. Okay, so you can kindly go there. So go for your cocktail at Oscar Cocktail, Mr. Habib. Yes, he's the only one who had the prediction right at the end of 90 minutes. No, please, I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. Say 3-2. He talk to. Calm down. Yeah, he talked to. So you go take your cocktail. All right. So our predictions are still going on. We have, I think, 3 predictions left. 3-2 at the end. For 2 are going in favor of Portugal, and then definitely 1 is going in favor of Spain. But I still want to speak to a couple of people. You were speaking about some of the changes that you were expecting in the second half. When I spoke to you after the first half, how did it go for you as a Spain supporter?
I think we are still looking up to Lamine Yamal, and then we are expecting much from him.
All right.
Maybe during the extra time.
You still feel there's this one razzle dazzle razzmatazz from him, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. You are still hoping that
some small magic from him. Yes.
All right. You are having a picturesque of the Messi-like magic, right?
You see that thing?
Okay. Charlie, I don't know why, but I feel like all Messi fans are Lamine Yamal fans. Am I right? I don't know why. I just have this feeling that every Messi fan is a Lamine Yamal fan. I just have that feeling. All right, sir. How do you see the end of the game? 2-2, UEFA Nations League final. What are your reactions at the end of the full time?
I don't know what to say right now because, like,
kindly speak loudly.
I don't know what to say right now. It's
you are disappointed. In which team?
I'm not disappointed. I'm just. Let's hope for the best.
You are not expecting the game to end 2-2, right?
Anything can happen.
I don't know. Who are you supporting though?
Ronaldo.
You're not supporting Portugal. You're supporting Ronaldo.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very, very interesting.
Yes.
But he came through for you.
Yeah.
He did it again.
Yeah.
In his twilight, half and puffed. Everybody says, let's take him out. He's the bane of the team. And once again, I don't know how people can still doubt Ronaldo. Like, at this point, I feel like he's too good. I feel like your problem is bigger than me if you are still doubting Ronaldo. Because it's insane, though. I don't understand. Like, the guy is 40 years old. You are saying everything. He literally brought this team into the final, right? And then this team was losing this final, and he keeps this team in the final. So how are you still doubting the same guy?
The guy is too good. Like, hey!
You are saying the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner is a mid player. I don't think I would ever have a football conversation with you again. At this point, I cannot have football conversations with you again. How can you tell me a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner is a mid player? Wow. Okay, sir. I want to speak to you. What has your experience been like? Sporty FM, Sporty Bet, Sporty TV production, viewing party of the UEFA Nations League final. What has been your experience like, this particular one?
Well, I think I like the environment.
Please, bravado in your voice.
I like the environment.
All right.
And I like how the game is going.
Oh, okay.
And I want Portugal to win this
You
match.
want Portugal to win?
Yes.
Are you a Ronaldo fan or you're a Portuguese fan?
I'm a fan of Ronaldo.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I want Portugal to win this.
All right. So earlier you're telling me about your aspiration to be SLC president.
Yes.
I said, kindly speak to the crowd. Tell us your name and tell us what we should hope for.
All right. So thank you very much. My name is Daniel Kwapong Hall, Danny K, and I'm aspiring to become the next UGSRC president.
Okay.
Please, I really need your support. I can't do it alone without you. And so I'm counting on you all to support me for this journey. Thank you very much.
Most definitely. So that was Danny K. Appreciate that particular one. He says he will need your vote and support in the time coming for SLC president. Sir, please, I want to speak to you. Give me your general overview of the game. Calm down. Just speak. Speak to me.
It's a good game. Like,
it's a good game.
It's not one-sided.
All right. It's end to end, right? Who are you supporting, by the way?
Oh, Spain.
Spain?
Yeah.
Were you disappointed with that particular second half?
Yeah, very. I mean, I don't know why he's not going for the duels. Like,
all right.
One-on-one with
so you are still expecting some razzle-dazzle from Lamine Yamal, right?
Oh, yeah.
You think if Spain is going to win it, it's going to be dependent on Lamine Yamal?
Nah.
Not Lamine Yamal.
It's going to be like a team
general,
captain, not one person.
All right. All right. So quickly, we need to run back. The first half of the extra time is on. And definitely, we are hoping for more drama, more excitement in this one. Mr.
Absolutely, we are still here at the University of Ghana. We have an extra 30 minutes to play. How will this be decided? Will there be that crucial goal in extra time? or perhaps we would have to see the lottery of penalty shoot out. So we've got Rafael Leo. He looks to take his man on. Weaves his way into the box, but Spain will clear. But I mean, with the kind of game we've experienced, I mean, everybody has given absolutely everything. I mean, in the dying embers of it. I mean, should Spain just continue their domination with possession, or they should sit back and look to hit Portugal on the counter-attack?
I think both teams would want to do that. I think the spells of possession will switch. Now Portugal are on the ball. Spain want to remain solid and see how they can exploit if there's a chance for a counter.
So Portugal get very close to getting a goal.
That was a good.
That was very close.
That was a very, very good
And that's why you need Ronaldo in this game.
Semedo just wasn't accurate. But as I said, we'll see these things happen.
Wisdom says that's why you need Ronaldo in the game.
course.
But then you won't get a Cristiano Ronaldo at this stage giving you that kind of performance.
Of course,
we are into extra time. He doesn't have the mileage in his legs.
You know, and it will show. And that's why they've thrown on Ramos, hoping it will work. Spain themselves are beginning to make changes. So now, if you notice, when Portugal had the ball, Spain backed off. Now, they will see how they can get back onto the ball and then attack Spain. So I think that we'll see possession swinging and switching hands. If you look at what De La Fuente has done, he's thrown on, there's a defender, Alex Baena, and he's thrown him on. The challenge is to solidify the team and still give them a bit of an edge in case there's a chance to a chance to launch an attack and see what they can get on the break. So from this point onwards, it will be very cautious, very cagey. Everybody will try to keep what they have and then hope to pounce on those singular moments as and when they do happen.
As the Pedro Porro as well comes on for Oscar Mingueza. But Eustace, for the next 28 minutes or so, what should investors be looking to invest in on the Sporty Stock Exchange as the game Peterson?
Well, the score currently stands at 2-2. The 90-minute predictions are up. If you went for goals, you followed our tips here on Sporty FM, you would have made yourself some cool cash. But to win the final is the option we have alive on the Sporty Bet app. If you think Portugal will win, is at 2.05. If you think Spain will win, is at 1.75. If you think they'll win in overtime, is 4.50 as against 3.20. If you think we'll have the first goal in extra time going to Portugal, that is at 3.75. And if you think it will go to Spain, it's at 2.85. We also have the option for the correct score available. We have a few other options on that. But once we are into extra time, we have limited options on the Sporty Stock Exchange, also known as the Sporty Bet app. So if you don't have it, this is the right time to download it. Get in on the act. Don't just watch the game. The adrenaline can be also fueled if you make some more money, some profit, some dividend, whatever you want to call it, on the Sporty Bet app. But here's Portugal. Once again, I think Semedo has brought that solidity in that right back position. Once he got introduced, the threat of Nico Williams and Yamal, obviously.
That's it. And an expert player playing in his preferred position will know how to deal with a winger. It's a very basic principle. As to how Bobby Martinez played Joao Neves in that area, I don't know what he wanted to do, because it really put Portugal on the back foot. Had it not been for poor finishing, maybe some fortune or whatever, Spain could have run away with that game in that first half. But fortunately for him, he's rectified the error. It's still in the balance, but he will have to learn this lesson going forward. There is no need to play Joao Neves in that position. I don't know whether it's to accommodate another midfielder. I don't know, but I think Roberto Martinez has to quickly learn from this experience.
Rafael Leo.
Charlie.
Draws remonstrations from the crowd. But I mean, Winston, just how good has Nuno Mendes been in this game?
Nuno Mendes has been fantastic, and to still be going at this point of the game, I mean, it's very impressive. You would expect him to be tired, but he's still giving 150%, and he's keeping Portugal in this. I think the whole crowd were very disappointed in Rafael Leao there. He looks his opponent in the eye and he says, "You know what? You are him. Let me pass the ball."
Absolutely. But then again, Portugal on the attack. Ball goes to the right side. Pedro Neto goes back, finds Nelson Semedo, who's been the live wire since he's come on. Popped up in a lot of positions. Ball back to Pedro Neto, looks to take his man on. Pedro Neto works his way. Is that a foul? The referee says no.
That's a clear foul.
That should be a foul.
That should be a foul.
Any day.
That should be a clear foul.
That is a foul all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. Because, I mean, it's just